Is the university actually providing assistance in finding those internships and where they're going to be placed, or is it something that students decide of their own?
The answer is absolutely yes. The university does provide assistance. My colleague, Dr. Stephen Bowden, his position, he's the Director of Employer Engagement, alongside my role as Global Engagement. He is responsible for assisting in that process. So what we find is, as we get to know the students during the course of the program, say the MBM, the Master of Business and Management, we understand where they'd like to fit, because they may have come from a different sort of background. So we absolutely do provide that assistance. And I just want to add that University of Waikato has a commitment to our undergraduate programs, all that they must have a work experience integrated throughout their study as well. So we call it WIL, Work Integrated Learning, as part of their program. So not only the postgraduate level, also the undergraduate level as well.
How does the university actually help those students get connected to the industry when they're finishing their qualification to actually get that first job that they need?
Good question. I mean, I always maintain, I've been doing this for 20 years, is that students are here. They're not looking at the middle part of the study. They're always looking at where is it taking me. So I think universities and other sectors take this incredibly seriously. And I think with executive programs of the Master of Management, the MBM for a start, as I noted before, we do have a dedicated resource here. He's an academic who helps to place people literally into internships and industry projects or into the capstone projects. We have a convener of, for example, the MBM program, who herself was an international student at the University of Syracuse in the US. So I think she understands firsthand. She's originally from India herself. She understands where students are coming from. So I think the most important part for these students is that they get that experience. We do place them. Like I say, students can come to us with an engineering background, an IT background, humanities, business. So the type of placement, we need to understand their background, their motivations, and to help them. It doesn't happen on the first day. It'll happen during their study. And then in that last semester of study, the third semester, the last 60 points, that's when that will happen. Of course, as well, during the program as well, you're getting this sort of reflection of work-based learning also. So you're doing a number of things. It's very interactive. It's not just sitting listening to a lecturer. You've got presentations that the staff delivering. There's also a thing like the Dragon's Den. There's a Dragon's Den sort of activity that students have to participate in to pitch a company to industry experts, not just academics, obviously, but people from outside as well. So we try to mirror what happens in industry during the program as well. But I totally agree that those placements are all important. Speaking to someone the other day, we're lucky enough to have the Indian High Commissioner visit the University of Waikato 2 or 3 weeks ago, and a student came up to me and said she started her next job from the MBM the next day. So, I mean, there are some really good stories out there, I think. There is a lot of personal motivation that people need to have. It's not handed to you on a plate, so I do think you have to be proactive as well. And I think that's part of living in a different culture, is what happens in New Zealand. So it's a bit of both, but absolutely, yes, we do provide those placements.
Brilliant. Thank you.